The RCMP has launched a criminal investigation into the Ford government's Greenbelt land swap. The now cancelled plan would have seen housing built on protected lands. Megan Fitzpatrick joins us from the Ontario Legislature with more on this. So Megan, what's the RCMP saying?
Well, Hannah, we have a statement from the RCMP confirming this investigation. The National Police Force saying that its Sensitive and International Investigations Unit has launched an investigation into allegations associated to the decision from the province of Ontario to open up parts of the Greenbelt for development. That was a decision that the Ford government made last year to take certain pieces of land out of the Greenbelt, allow developers to put housing on it, and they put some parts of land into the Greenbelt elsewhere to make up for it. The RCMP saying little else, Hannah, that to protect the integrity of the investigation, that it will provide no further updates. Now, the RCMP got this matter in the summer in August when the OPP, the Ontario Provincial Police, referred the matter to the RCMP. The OPP said at the time it was doing that because it wanted to avoid any potential perceived conflict of interest, though it didn't specify what that potential perceived conflict of interest might be. Now, this is another chapter in an ongoing saga related to the Greenbelt. This really became extra controversial in the summer when Ontario's Auditor General put out a report on the process used to determine what land to take out of the Greenbelt. The Auditor General finding that it was a flawed process, a biased one that favored a handful of well-connected developers. That report was followed by the Integrity Commissioner putting out a report which found that the then Housing Minister, Steve Clark, violated the Members Act because of his role in this whole process. There were weeks more of questions for the Ford government around this, and controversy and resignations. And then Doug Ford backtracked just a few weeks ago, saying it was a mistake to open up the Greenbelt for development and that the government was going to put the land back in that was taken out. What's his office saying about the RCMP news? Well, they have put out a statement, Hannah, saying that the government will fully cooperate with any investigation. We have zero tolerance for any wrongdoing and expect anyone involved in the decision-making about the Greenbelt lands to have followed the letter of the law. Out of respect for the police and their process, we will not be commenting further at this time.
So that's what we're hearing from the Premier. What other kind of reaction is there?
Well, the opposition parties here at Queen's Park quickly reacting to this. The Green Party, for example, their leader, Mike Schreiner, putting out a statement saying he's pleased to hear this news about the RCMP investigation. He wrote that an RCMP investigation is key to delivering the justice and accountability Ontarians deserve. The Liberals also put out a statement welcoming this news. The NDP is reacting. Here's official opposition leader Marit Stiles.
I think it's pretty clear that this government routinely puts private interests of a select few of their insider friends ahead of everybody else. And so I am hopeful that this investigation will get us even more answers. The Premier and members of his government must fully comply with the RCMP about what exactly happened here.
She added she hopes that Doug Ford doesn't use this news now of an RCMP investigation as an excuse or a cover to avoid answering questions from her and the other opposition leaders in question period here at the legislature. We won't have a question period, Hannah, for a few more days. The MPPs aren't sitting this week. They will return to the legislature next week, and I think it's safe to assume the government will get plenty more questions in light of this news from the RCMP.